Now at 5, troubling new numbers today from Portland police.
Yeah, we've learned that the amount of shooting calls so far in 2021 is more than double than the first 3 months of last year. Let's take a look at the numbers. According to Portland police, there have been about 242 shooting calls so far this year. In the first 3 months of 2020, there were 111. In this year's shootings, approximately 66 have involved people injured. 16 people were killed. Today, Fox 12's Sarah Hurwitz had the chance to ask Chief Lovell himself about the violence and other issues PPB is facing. She joins us now in studio with the interview. Sarah?
Well, yeah, Chief Lovell said that the investigation into the resignation of the PPA president is ongoing. And as far as the gun violence issue, he says the Bureau is continuing to take steps to be involved in this solution. Portland Police Chief Chuck Lovell with his opening remarks on internal issues at the Portland Police Bureau. Lovell first addressed the resignation of Portland Police Association President Brian Hunzeker, who resigned over a, quote, serious mistake related to a hit-and-run investigation that was initially falsely linked to City Commissioner Joanne Hardesty.
This matter is currently under investigation, so I can't say a whole lot about it. But I really do want to let people know that community trust is very important to me. I realize it has an impact, a negative impact on community trust. And I know people want to know that their police officers are doing the things they're supposed to be doing.
Now take a look at this. Portland police provided these numbers to Fox 12 on Wednesday. Since July 2020, the Bureau's lost 119 officers. 74 of those were retirements and 45 were resignations. The chief said there are 4 more who intend to resign as well. Now, given those staggering numbers and several recent incidents, the chief fielded questions on the morale within the Bureau.
Anything that speaks to the overall, culture of your agency, you have to be willing to take a critical look at.
The chief also addressed gun violence and Mayor Ted Wheeler's recent push to add $2 million in funding for the Bureau. And according to the Bureau, so far this year, there have been 242 shootings in Portland, which is more than double from the first 3 months in 2020. The chief says in order to bring back a new and improved team dedicated to gun violence, it would require more resources.
We have a proposal in to City Council for some suggestions on how the Police Bureau can be involved in this solution as well. So we're waiting to see what the outcome is there. There's been a lot of discussion behind the scenes. A lot of community partners have come to the table and asked what they can do to be part of the solution around gun violence.
Now we know that community organization Portland for Positive Impact met with the assistant police chief this afternoon to talk about this issue. We did speak with the founder ahead of that meeting today.
I'd really like to talk to her about how the police bureau can gain the trust back of the community.
Now, Chief Lovell also addressed a recent situation where a PPB commander who was at a community meeting made comments about voting the DA out of office. And the chief did say that that has been looked at by the independent police review, and the initial assessment was that this was not a policy violation. He says the state is looking into this as well. Reporting live tonight, Sarah Hurwitz, Fox 12 Oregon.